we're live. I hope you can all see me. Got a slight technical problem. I'm supposed to be able to get your comments and requests here, but my computer is not pulling everything up. But we're not going to worry. Today we are going to look at the wonderful and complicated, is that the word? Artistic world of hand-dyed yarns, and we're going to look at how to manage them, how to manage the skeins, how to knit with them, and what kind of options that you have. And then we're going to look at the specific range that we have here from Manos del Uruguay. We've got a worsted weight, and we've got a sock weight range. The thing about hand-dyed yarns, before I get to the specifics, is to remember that all of them are unique. So the lot numbers, even if it's a really big popular colour or popular range, they are limited and they run out. So we're constantly juggling what we've got left. And I'll mention that if we've got less than 5 of any skein, I'm going to mention it to you when we get to it. But to start with, let's just have a look at a hank of yarn. So most hand-dyed yarns are supplied like this as hanks rather than balls. I don't know how many people have tried knitting or working with in any way with wool like in this state. If you have, you'll have discovered you cannot do that. You have to wind it into a ball first of all. We'll come on to that in a moment. If you don't wind it into a ball, you're going to end up with an almighty mess. But let's look first of all at how they hand dye it. So here we've got a specific green end in the, oh, this yarn, by the way, is the most popular range we have. It's called Fondo del Mar. Oh, Fondo del Mar. Hang on, I get confused by my French and my Spanish. Fondo del Mar, which means ocean floor or sea floor, and it is very marine. So we've got, had blue dye attached at this end here, green dye attached at this end, and then merged a little bit mixed, like with a stick, mixed in the middle. So we've still got some of the original white yarn in places unevenly in the middle, and some green and some blue. So here you can see where they meet, but it's so marine, it's fantastic. So this is our number one. This is Fondo del Mar, comes in the 4-ply sock yarn and the worsted weight. So that's how they dye it, and then it's wrapped up like this, and we receive it in the post or in the shops in a nice, neat, almost plaited look. Before we start to use it, we have to turn it into a ball, and there's 2 ways to do this. One way essentially is that you need a ball winder, or you could use your hands. I remember my mum used to wrap it around her hands like this, and we would hold the wool for her like this, so the wool would come off our hands and wrap it around her hands. But most people now would use a ball winder. This is a great ball winder, and I really recommend it. We don't sell ball winders yet, but we are looking at a good model for you. So this is the model that I recommend, and I've had quite a few friends choose it. The only problem is, I went to look at the make, and look what Jeff's done. Look what Jeff's done. Jeff and his friends at Amazon, they've put the delivery labels over the model. So if anybody wants this, let me know. I'm going to add a link to it at some point to the recording, because it is a good model and it's lasted me really well. Unfortunately, it's made in China, so we're looking for a more local one, because you know how we like to stay quality and British if possible. Now, you either need your friend's hands to hold this skein of wool whilst you're winding it on to the ball winder, or you need one of these, which is called, for no reason that I can possibly think of, a Swift. So we've got a Swift here which spins around. You put the skein on the Swift and it spins around onto the ball winder, and it's as easy as anything, and I promise you it's a lot better and easier than working from the skein, which will just end up in knots. So that is all about skeins and the idea of hand-dyed yarns. I mentioned that they come in small lots. Manos del Uruguay, which is a fair trade organisation that we stock, is for small community women living in small communities in Uruguay. It's an amazing product. and each one is labelled with who did the dyeing, which is incredible. Yes, so perhaps I see we've got a poor connection problem, but we're just going to go with it. So hopefully most of it's poor connection at my end and you are still getting the reception. So here's the yarns. I've shown you, let's start with the worsted weight. The worsted weight needle size is about a 4 to 5 mil needle, and the same with a hook, 4 to 5 mil hook. I've worked with both of those, and this is lovely soft. It's 75% merino and 25% polyamide, and it's superwash, which means you can wash it superbly. So let's have a look. So this is our #1 yarn. We've got so much of it. We always have stock of it. We buy extras so that even when the rest of the country has run out, when the wholesalers run out, we've still got it. Fondé d'Armor, very similar colour, and that is, I'm just checking which is in stock and what's. So this is still, we can get, this is Orchidea, which is similar to the Fondé d'Armor, but just a slightly bluer, a paler blue, more white, and it's got some pink in it. So that is the Orchidea, and so we've got quite good stocks of that. The wholesalers got stocks too. This fabulous colour, Manglar, is probably #2 popular. I'm going to undo this for you because it's got so many colours. Fondé d'Armor, it's quite low in stock. We can get a bit more. We've got a bit, but we can get you a bit more. So that shows you the reds mixing into the blue, mixing into the purple, the red again, and then a bit of green here. It's a fantastic colour, where all the colours meet together and that drawing there. Amazing. So I've got some stock of that. This, I think this is quite low. Oh yeah, we've got a little bit of stock of this. This is called Orla. Greeny yellows, it's got orange specks in it. Worsted weight, fantastic. So this is good for cardigans, it's really great for hats, great for scarves. We've got loads of patterns. The patterns are free for these, so you could choose from quite a range of patterns. This is Huarache, I pronounce Huarache, who knows, it's Spanish, so who knows how to pronounce it. Oranges, greens, blues, reds. Huarache is really low in stock. We've got 4 left. So if you want it, you can leave a message now and we'll sort it out for you. Otherwise, you can go online at Gorgeous Alpacas. Amazing colours, yes. So that's Huarache. Oh, and very similar. I find Pindo and Huarache quite similar. So let's put them. I love Pindo. This is probably one of my personal favorites. Really low on stock on this one. There's a little, we can get hold of a little bit more. Okay, this is Huarache, which is more turquoisey, oranges, pinks, and greens and blues. This one is Pindo. Huarache, Pindo. Pindo is far more greens and yellows and purples rather than the blue, but subtly different. This is purpley green with yellow. This is bluey, orangey, pinky with some purple at the bottom. So that's those. I get both of those, both the Pindo and the Huarache, are quite low. Now this is, I think this isn't being made anymore. We've only got 2 left and I can't even find it listed on the wholesaler website. So I think if you want Pompeii, you should tell me now actually, because there's only 2 skeins left. So we've got, it's definitely a very deep purple. It looks like it's really got 1 colour or 2, at the very minimum 2 colours. I would say even it's a weaker mix of the same purple at one end. You've got a whitey lighty purple with a very dark purple. So 2 skeins left. So 2 skeins, 200 grams. What's that going to give you? Well, 2 hats. A hat and a scarf set would be amazing. A shawl easily. It's not going to make you a tank top even, but pretty nice accessories. This is Carnival, which is intermittently really popular. Just checking quantity. Oh god, no stock. We've only got 1 left of these and there's no more stock available. 1 scarf, 1 hat. What else can you do with 100 grams? It's pretty cool colours. Pink, purple, all of these colours. If you want them, let me know. And oh, this is Peaches and Cheer. How's that for no stock? So we bought all the stock we could because this really suddenly got popular. It's got such a cool name, Peaches and Cheer. Just had cheer for my lunch. Chia seeds also. Pink, yellowy, goldy with the undyed, quite a lot undyed just with specks on it. It's really nice. So we've got quite a lot of this because we ordered everything that they had, that the wholesaler had left. So we've got 800 grams. So that's what we've got for now. So this was our best-selling Manos del Uruguay yarn for some time. And I just thought, oh, I'm just going to stick with that. People like it. We can do lots of colours in it. But I did have quite a lot of demand for some sock yarn. People always want sock yarn. This is our British alpaca for British and Irish alpaca socks. British and Irish alpaca farms, and it's got 25% a bit of nylon mixed in, because with socks you really need to have something to make it more sturdy, otherwise you'll be through the socks. The feet will be through the socks too quickly. But alpaca yarn is pretty amazing for sock yarn. Apparently you don't have to wash it. Apparently it doesn't ever smell, which is extraordinary. Anyway, this is the sock yarn that we do with British and Irish alpacas. We've got 5 colours. Oh yeah, we've got the 5th one down here. So we've got pink, we've got yellow ochre, we've got moss green, and then I think you can see the sky blue and the cobalt. But what I wanted to really focus on was the hand dyed yarns. So we've got more of the Fondo del Mar, really popular, which I showed you in the example. The Fondo del Mar is ocean floor, amazing for socks. This is also great for scarves, really great for scarves. It's 75% merino superwash. Why did I say scarves? I meant shawls. It's great for shawls. Okay, I love this. I love this. I think, oh my god, there's only 5 left. There's only 5 left in the country. We've got greys to bright greens to a dark. I mean, it's amazing colour, and there's only 5 left. And part of me is tempted to keep them just for me, but I'm not that mean. What else have we got? Oh, then we've got more Camelot. Camelot was in the, oh, this is Carnival. Carnival, which is also no stock, so there's only 2 of these left. Fantastic colours. Almost a lilac colour dyed in with the dark. Let's open it up again. They're pretty easy to put back. Bright pink. To the paley that's hardly dyed at all, like a slightly peachy colour. It's the same dye, it's just more intense. And at the other end we've got some blue, which is mixing in with the purple. Amazing colours. So that is Carnival. Oh, this is a new range. I don't know how much I've got left of this one. How much? Oh my gosh, I only found out about this and the wholesaler only had 5 left, because it's so nice. It's called Rainbow. So Rainbow, look at how they've done these colours. I mean, how many colours have they got there, do you reckon? Base colours. How would they have done that? So they've clearly had the green at one end and the yellow at the other end. And then they've put 2, somehow. No, that's what they've done. They put the purple at one end, the pink at the other end, and then they've got the green and the yellow dyed in the dye bath in the middle. And then mixed in, and the yellow has got, in fact, it's all covered, but the yellow is quite pale in places. There's no evidence of white in that at all, which is unusual. So that's Rainbow. That's Rainbow sock yarn. Or it doesn't have to be sock yarn, but it's a full ply. And this is Camelot. How are we off for Camelot? Camelot. Oh, the stock of Camelot. This is popular. I like this. Green, dusky pinks, dusky rose pinks through to orange. Oh, look at that green. It's so rich and beautiful. So that is Camelot. If you want that, let me know. And we've only got 3 skeins left. We won't have this left in a week, 2 weeks max. Maybe not even after today. Let's see. This is Autumn Leaves. Oh my god. So, but there will be more lots coming into the country. We will get more autumn leaves. It just won't be exactly like this, but it will have that richness, and it will have the kind of concept of the same dyes will have been used, but they're never going to be exactly the same mix. They're never going to look exactly the same. And we will get another shipment from Uruguay at some point. But for the time being, we've literally got 3 left. There's no more stock left with the wholesaler or with us. So that was a little trip round hand-dyed yarns, supplied in scales. Do not ever try to work straight for them. Always wind them on. Big warnings. I've got one other little tool that I thought I'd mention, because some people hate. I'm not a big fan. Some people love knitting socks. You have to work around the heel and you have to shape it, and it's quite complicated. So the other thing is just to work like a straight stocking that you then pull on, kind of fine. So for that, you might choose to use something like this, which is a sock making machine. It's quite cool. It's not just sock making machine. You can, it's by Addy. I think there's quite a few of these circular machines, but Addy is by far and away the best. We can provide a link to how you can buy it, but honestly, you can buy it on Amazon for nothing. We wouldn't compete. Not for nothing, because Addy's a top quality machine, but you can buy good deals on that. So that is Addy Express is the small one. I've got the bigger one up there, but Addy Express is the one that you want for socks and mittens. You can knit mittens on it, and you can even go, you're knitting round and round, and then where you want to put your thumb hole, you can just stop it and go backwards and forwards to create the hole. Probably do a video on that one day. What do you think? Oh my god, enough of you buy Addy Expresses, we'll have a little knit along online. So anyway, that's it. That's the introduction to hand-dyed yarns. What more can I say? Any questions? Well, thank you all for coming along. I hope to see you next Monday. Bye now.